Welcome to episode 61 of Our Run Club, the podcast.
Yes.
It's the podcast where we talk about all things running.
All things running.
Last week, episode 60, was a smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord, yes.
This week, a hodgepodge.
A hodgepodge. I don't know what language that is. Maybe it's, well, obviously English, but I don't know where it's derived from. I don't know if it's Scandinavian
I don't know. A hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge.
It sounds Scandinavian.
Does it?
Or
I think it might sound maybe German.
maybe
hodgepodge
German.
Or something like that.
Smorgasbord, hodgepodge,
And I-
hodgepodge. Same derivation.
Same derivation. And I wonder, I don't know if they actually are one and the same thing. But for me, they sort of are.
they feel like
a
they
mix
are.
of things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, sort of like, like a big buffet of ideas or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a buffet of running topics.
Okay, cool.
So
it's a running buffet. If you will, folks, today's episode is a running buffet.
Yes, but you only get 20 minutes, so you better make it worth your while.
It's 20 minutes. You got to get in there and get your things and talk your topics and grab them and go, right?
Exactly.
As much as you can have and, ingest in 20 minutes.
Exactly.
All about running.
All about running.
We hope. We think,
Sometimes
we go on
I
tangents
sneak
sometimes.
in, like this whole smorgasbord hodgepodge discussion we just had.
Right. A little banter.
A little banter.
It's witty banter, we hope. We hope people like the banter.
The market
All you
decides whether
banterers
it's witty,
out there.
witty or not.
Yes.
So, well, I guess we could talk quickly about our running week, right?
Yeah, sure.
How was your week?
Good. Because I've been running. So
It's always good.
Right, even if you have bad runs, it's good because you got out there and you did it. I
Exactly.
told my wife that this morning. She said she came back from a run. Said, how'd it go? She said, terrible. I'm like, oh, you did it though.
Right.
But then she told me why it was terrible because I asked her. But it's like when you get out there, even if you felt terrible and you didn't do what you wanted to do or you weren't as strong, you still get out there and you do it. So it's a good week in that sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
I
good.
almost ditched out yesterday, but I decided that I would go out and run.
Was it you weren't feeling it kind
Yeah, I
of?
wasn't feeling it. And there was a little time constraint there too. So I'm like, do I go? And I kept pushing it back, hanging out, talking, and then, I was like, I'm not going to do it. But then I turned around and said, wait.
And then you did it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was proud of myself in that sense. But it was a shorter run, so, but it's cool.
That's good, man.
We got it in. How about you?
Solid
How was
week.
your week?
Pretty good. I had if you need a day, take a day. I took a day.
Okay.
I took a day off.
Yep.
It was one of those days where I was feeling a little more sore than usual.
Were you doing yard work?
I was.
Maybe that might have something
You
to do
know
with it. I was
what?
sore because of that. That's tough to
Yeah.
do.
I was digging a trench around our sunroom to. I told you about the animal that lives
The
under
dead
our...
possum?
Well, it used to be a sunroom. Now it's Christine's studio, so dead possum under there.
Yeah.
So now I have to... I'm digging a trench around it that's a foot deep, and I got to put screen up so animals can't go under.
Get it in there. Yeah.
So I was a little sore from that. Took a day off from running.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. That yard work.
Yeah.
This time of year, spring rolls around, you gotta start mowing the lawn.
Right.
You gotta mulch, you gotta clear things away, and I was doing that too. And I felt it, and then you do like 3 hours in the yard, 4 hours in the yard plus, and then you try to go do a run.
No thanks.
Or try to do your run first, and then do your yard work. It's
beat
hard.
you up, man. Beat you up.
So I did have that.
Yeah, so I took a day. And then we had some pretty good other days. I got out there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yesterday was great. Yesterday was a double run.
Ooh, wow.
Morning run solo.
You overachiever.
Afternoon family run.
Good. That's
So
cool.
that was fun. And then after the family run, we got calzones, which was like, phenomenal.
I'm in the mood for a calzone. My son mentioned that yesterday. I was like,
so
ooh,
good.
I love calzones.
I also wanted to mention, you mentioned milkshakes in one of our podcasts.
Yeah. Did you have one?
We had some milkshakes. Miles had his first milkshake.
Oh, he must have loved.
Lost his mind.
Yeah. It's like kids lose their minds. Like with their first piece of cake, right?
Oh, dude.
On their birthday, they just like start messing around with it, and their eyes almost roll over white.
When putting him down to sleep, rough.
Yeah.
Because we did it for dinner, and then he was gonna go to sleep. Didn't work out so well. He was a little hopped up.
He was hopped up on the milkshake. Kid was hopped up on milkshake.
You know what he likes? He likes whipped cream too. He put some whipped cream on.
I love whipped cream. What flavor did you do?
Just vanilla.
Vanilla's great. Good
It's
old fashioned vanilla.
Classic vanilla milkshake.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my running week. Capped off with calzones and milkshakes.
Sweet. Right. Sweet. Oh, huh. Yeah. Just got an idea.
Oh, what is that?
You're talking about calzones, milkshakes, kinds of foods that you eat. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
as we delve,
All right.
remind
cool.
me about
Sounds
the food.
good.
Because. So what are we talking about today? What is our
Today,
hodgepodge?
couple of things. We're going to talk about things that non-runners say
That's a great
to
idea.
runners
Yes.
about running.
We don't know what they say to each other about runners, but we don't want to know what they say.
I don't think we want to know.
No.
Then we're going to talk a little bit about. Wait, what's on your list?
I think how do you keep running fun?
Keep it fun
When
during
there are no
this crazy
races,
time.
right? Or no events and
Right.
things, or even like group runs. You can't group run, you can't race, you know,
What do you do?
how do you keep it fun?
And then maybe we get nostalgic and we talk about our favorite summer races.
Yeah, because we're coming into the summer racing season and it doesn't look good with all this COVID-19 thing.
Right.
For some of the races. And so we'll get a little nostalgic and a little teary. I didn't bring my box of tissues. I'm just going to use my sleeve.
Yeah, I got a sleeve. I have my face mask.
Yes,
too,
I've got
so
my face mask
I
here,
can wipe
too.
my eyes with that.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into it. What do you
do it.
want to start with?
And I'm thinking this is something that non-runners say to runners as they're buzzing by in their cars.
Yeah.
I don't think a runner would say this to another runner, but if they do, it'd be kind of cool. But run, Forrest, run. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
Non-stop.
nonstop.
Do you know what annoyed me not too long ago?
What?
I'm running a group of like middle school, high school kids say that to me.
Yeah.
They've never seen the movie.
They never. No,
They don't even
know.
know.
They don't have no idea what it's from.
No idea.
I want to ask them. You know, that's a good time for like a stoplight or something like that. Stop
Yes.
sign. You get to run up to them and say, "Hey, do you know what movie that's from?" And
And they'll be like, no,
they wouldn't even
because
know.
I'm 12,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah. So.
Unbelievable.
But that's something that I think non-runners, I've noticed some non-runners saying.
Oh yeah, nonstop. Another thing they say to me, and this is more in conversation,
Yes.
not when,
Yes, mostly that's what.
not when
this
they're
is all about.
driving, right? So
right.
like,
Right.
I'll have a conversation with someone who doesn't run, and they inevitably will ask me, "How far am I running?" Oh, I'm doing 5 miles, or I'm doing 10 miles. Maybe it's marathon time. I'm doing 12 miles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I have an idea what you're gonna say.
Oh,
I'm not gonna. I want you to say it though.
Right. So they'll say, "Oh, I can't even drive that
Right,
far."
exactly. I've had that so many times. I've had it so many times. And it's cool. I mean, usually people are like, it's not that it annoys me. It's funny. I think it's funny.
It is funny because you can drive.
You
5
can
miles.
drive 5 miles. 5 miles is not that bad, right? So,
Chances are you've probably driven that distance like daily for your commute.
someone actually said it to me recently, and they were kind of complimenting, saying, "Wow, that's great," you know. And I didn't think it was outrageous. I wasn't like running outrageous miles or anything like that. But that's true. I bet you we take a poll, and I bet you a lot of runners have heard that one before.
Oh yeah,
Family members,
so
coworkers.
it's not super annoying because it's
No,
kinda
no,
like,
it's not.
They're trying to be nice, and then it's like they're like, "Oh, that's impressive. I can't even drive that far."
Yeah.
And sometimes I do that with other things. Like if Christine tells me she did I painted on a painting for like, whatever, 6 hours. I'm like, oh, I can't even sleep that long.
I can't run that long.
Right? Yeah. So it's, I just think it's funny because I hear it a lot.
Yes, no, it's funny, and these things, some of these things might mildly irritate me. Some don't. So they're just things that I noticed.
Yeah.
Did you ever? I'm sure you've gotten this, and I'm sure our listeners have gotten this too. People who say, I don't. How come runners never smile? Whenever I see runners out there, they don't smile. And I'm like, I had one woman who asked me, a former coworker, and I was like, yeah, have you ever run any more than a quarter of a mile? And I could say that to her.
Yeah.
I was like, have you ever run more than a quarter of a mile? And she's like, yeah, probably years ago in gym class or something. I'm like, how did it feel? She goes, I hated it. Like, well, I don't hate running. And I said, well, why do you hate it? You asked her
Yeah.
what. She's like, well, I'm laboring. It was hard. It was really hard. I'm like, there you go.
That's why I
when
always
someone's
smile.
running, they're exercising.
Right.
Right? Go to most gyms and see
Yeah,
people.
get the dude at the bench press
Yeah.
pressing 300 pounds. See how
Exactly.
smiley he
You
is.
see cyclists smiling. I mean, you know, you're exerting yourself. That's exercise for you. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
We love it. We do it. You know, sometimes it's a labor of love, but it's not.
She's never run by me.
You're always well.
I'm always smiling.
You always are, and
I'm waving.
I'm
Hey,
never-
how's it going? It's tough now because I got to rock this deal.
I know.
The
And people
face
can tell you're
mask, but-
smiling, right?
But I am. Behind
Yes,
the mask.
behind the mask,
I'm-
you're smiling.
I'm smiling. That's for sure.
That sounds like a lyric for a song. Behind the mask and smiling.
It does.
So anyway, yeah. So that's one I've heard, and I've heard that a few times.
Yeah.
And I might have seen that like written somewhere, like you know, on a blog or in a magazine. Or
Yeah,
something about
probably.
running. So anyway, that's definitely something I hear non-runners say.
You want to know? There's one thing that annoys me, specifically every time I go to like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner with like the family.
Yeah.
So I find, and maybe it's the same with you, but non-runners will always want to tell me about someone they know who also runs.
They would try to set you up or something like that. Try to,
No,
you know,
well,
try
I
to
don't know
connect
if it's
you.
like
Hey, I
that.
know a runner too. You guys should get together and run.
But that's like they just have to talk. They just know, like, oh, he runs. I know someone else who runs. I have to tell him all about the person I know who runs. And there's this one family member that is specific,
funny.
and I won't mention any names. Jan has mentioned numerous times to me about, because she's from Indiana and she comes to Thanksgiving because Christine's sister married a dude from Indiana, and always I have to hear about. I don't even know his name. I forget his name, but he lives in Indiana.
And he's a runner.
And he's a runner, and he's
Wow.
a teacher, and he runs before school, and he is a gym teacher, and then he runs after school.
It's not junior, is it?
Exactly.
What if it were junior?
It could be junior.
What if it were junior
If
and
it's
be like, well, I don't know if junior's a teacher, but he's a runner. Definitely, he's from Indiana, as far as we know,
There
right?
we go. Maybe it's Junior. Junior.
Shout
it's
out,
you.
Junior.
That's cool. That's cool with you. But yeah, she just will tell me he's run this time for the marathon. What time have you run? And she's always trying to compare us. And I'm like, I don't know this dude. Why do I need to hear this? You know?
Yeah.
And that's something that people do all the time. So like non-runners always want to talk to me about running and like forget that I do anything else.
That's right.
Or I'm interested in anything else.
That's right. You don't have any other interests.
I just run
You just run. You're all about running. You talk all about running with everyone.
all the time.
I mean, there are people who like that, but there are people who are into like bowling too, in that sense. But
Right, I love bowling.
runners are like multidimensional. All the runners
Right.
I know, they've got tons of interests and different facets of their lives and dimensions. And but yeah,
Yeah, like I remember there was a Super Bowl party I went to at a friend's house.
you just want to talk about the game.
I don't want to talk about the game.
I want to talk about the game. Yeah,
And all these
people
people
talk about
just
running.
kept asking me about running, and I'm like, all right, I work at a running store. I talk about running all day.
Don't want to talk about running sometimes.
Let's talk
Right.
about football.
And it's Super Bowl party, right?
It's a Super Bowl party.
Right.
The Patriots win the Super Bowl. I was all excited.
It's even more reason to not talk about
Tom
anything
Brady's
else.
throwing touchdowns, and then someone's asking me about my marathon time. I'm like, can we please,
Right. We're talking about something else.
right? As we talk about running.
But yeah, but that's what we're doing. That's what we do for podcasts.
That's what we do.
That's what we do for this hodgepodge.
It's our career. This is our career to talk about running. But if I'm at
Right.
a Super Bowl party, I don't need to hear about it.
Right.
But I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it. But it can be.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody I don't want to talk about it. I will.
Right. I do like to talk about other things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Do you have anything else that non-runners
Non-runners
say?
have said to me, I have this one woman who I see. I know her. She's a neighborhood person. She'll always have I saw you running again. You ran by my house again, and she always has something to say. You make it look so easy. Like, thank you. It's not, but thank you.
You do make it look easy,
She
though.
said, you make it look so easy. I can't believe you run in the rain. You run in the rain? Like, yeah, I run in the rain. You see me running in the rain. Again, these aren't irritating things. They're actually kind of cute and endearing to this one woman who just is so fascinated with the fact that I run. So, and she's not a runner, but yeah.
That's funny.
So those are a couple other things.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nah, I get that stuff all the time too.
Yeah.
Like, I saw you again. Oh, did you hear? I beeped at you. Did you hear me beep at you?
I did it.
Yeah, I did hear you.
Yeah.
Beep. Yeah. I
Thanks
did.
for beeping.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
I appreciate it.
Scared the crap out of me. I
No,
appreciate
really.
it.
I was in the zone there. And it did.
Right.
But it's better than yelling "Run, Forrest, run!" So
Absolutely. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break?
okay, take a
We'll
breather.
come back, and we'll get into some other things.
Okay.
Are we back?
We are back with Hodgepodge.
Right.
I don't know what kind of accent that was. Heard that in a movie one time. Just figured I'd use it for that word.
Australian, I think.
Australian, exactly. Thunder from Down Under.
Hey, that's
Someone was listening to that this morning.
really?
Yeah, but it was sung by, it was barked by dogs. It was weird. It was that song, but with dogs, and it was all clipped together, edited. I thought you would like it, but it's just weird. Anyway, it was
sounds crazy.
It was crazy, and he was loving it. He just came into the room just smiling, ear to ear. I thought it was so funny. I was like, yeah, it's kind of funny.
It is funny.
It is.
Do you know what I do to keep running interesting?
What do you do to keep running interesting?
I listen to music.
But
I've never, in my life, listened to Thunder from Down Under, barked by dogs.
yeah. Apparently, it's a whole thing. This whole music barked by dogs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
I don't know.
And I don't know why it reminds me of
What?
this, but we went to some store when we had Miles, and they have these rock and roll hits, like say Green Day or whatever, in lullaby form.
Those are cool. My cousin, when my children were small ones, hers were also small ones, and she had lullaby hits just like Pink Floyd,
How cool is that?
Beatles. I thought it was really, really cool. It's, regular songs from classic rock groups, and it was done to like lullabies. So it's a little gentler, a little quieter, a little soft, a little smoother. It's really, really neat.
Anyway, I listen to music to keep running interesting.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, right now, how do you keep it interesting if there are no events or things going on,
Right.
or like group runs? You can't get together with friends, or races, or training sessions. So music,
Yep.
and we had our whole episode on music, and
Yeah.
I'm dabbling in that a little bit more than I have in the past.
Do you feel like it's something you want to incorporate into your runs? Or is it like too much for you?
Sometimes.
Have you tried a podcast or something?
I haven't tried a
I
podcast,
feel
no,
like
or
you
like
might,
a book.
Yeah,
book on tape?
A book on tape.
Yeah.
Get your Walkman out and book on tape.
Yeah, my waterproof Walkman for the rain. Because I run in the rain.
Did you have one of the yellow ones?
Of course.
Yeah.
That was the waterproof one.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy. I did. I had a regular one too.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna try a little bit more of that. But you know what I'm gonna incorporate into my running this summer? At
What's that?
least maybe a day or two. Trail running.
Yes.
That's actually
We
helped
talked
me
about that
keep
last week.
keeping it fresh because it's not something I normally would do. I've done it,
Me too.
but not a lot.
You
I
got
would
to
say.
keep it fresh.
But I found that 1 or 2 days a week would be really cool. And
Absolutely.
making it like Saturdays my trail run day or Sundays my trail run day, and I know where I'd go. And right now it helps with like social distancing too, and
Right.
getting out there. So
See, that's a good idea. I did a trail run the other day. It's hard, man.
it's really hard. And you know what? Since it's gotten warmer, the bugs are out.
Well,
So you really have to take that into account. Well, ticks are always there no matter what.
right.
But now you've got like mosquitoes and black flies, and so you got to really kind of spray yourself down with something to prevent those things from biting you up because they could just be all over you,
Yeah.
buzzing around your head and stuff like that. So it interferes. But no, it's a
Trail
good
running is
thing.
fun. It's
Yep.
fun and it's hard.
It's fun and it's hard.
I did it the other day and my ankles beat up.
I have to watch out with my ankles, especially my right ankle, because it's the one that really kind of is my problem area. It's my
Yeah.
Achilles heel.
Isn't
that funny? So I have to be careful with that. But that's having a proper trail running shoe helps.
Yep.
And then you just work on it.
And
then,
if you do it regularly, it'll probably make it much easier for you.
yes, you can just strengthen your ankles and your feet. So it's a cool thing to do.
Definitely.
So
Trail running.
trail running. What else? What else keeps it interesting?
Yeah, I've been mixing up, kind of along that same vein. I've been mixing up routes. So usually, I get up, I do my 3-mile route, and it's the same 3-mile route every day. So what I've been doing is actually going somewhere, driving somewhere,
And
doing
then
a 3-mile route somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
New place. Pick
New
a place.
place.
You can do that. That's great.
Yeah, so Christine and I, yesterday, we went to a whole different town. Went to a different town, drove there,
Find a spot.
parked,
Go.
and went for a run. It was kind of fun.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, so mixing it up will keep it interesting and fun. Anything else you do?
Nothing that I do, but one thing that I think is a good idea for other runners, and me, I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure I will, is the whole virtual running thing. I think is something that's kind of might take off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think so. That might be something to think about.
Yeah, and are you in I know you're not on Facebook and stuff, because we have a running club Facebook group,
Yep.
which is nice because you can post up what you did, you can
Yeah.
have a conversation about it.
That's cool. Yeah, the
that's,
community
yeah,
thing.
that's fun. And then Strava. Strava's a cool app.
It's a good platform.
That's another one where it automatically will upload, and then you can just people can be like, "Hey, good job, bro," or
Yeah.
pick up the pace, slowpoke,
That's right.
which isn't nice. And I
No.
block them. But you can have this conversation, and you can keep it interesting. What's cool about Strava too is there's challenges. So you'll run and you'll get into a certain segment.
Yeah.
And for that segment they have a leaderboard. So if you hit a segment and you run really fast, you can get to the top of the leaderboard. Or you can climb up the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And then people can challenge you. I want to run. I'm gonna beat you on this segment.
Is it challenge over a period of time, or distance, or uphill, or downhill, or does it
I
mix it
think
all
it's
up like that?
you can do it over that distance, that segment, and it would
Cool.
be the time that you cover that distance.
Neat. Ah,
Pretty cool.
That really is neat.
And what I think is fun too is sometimes I'll use the Nike running app, or actually, two things. Sometimes I'll use the Nike running app, and that will have group challenges for people.
Yes.
So it'll be today is just do it Sunday, run at least a 5K, and then it'll give you a notification and it'll push you out the door
Yeah.
to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
And another thing that Christine and I love to do, and this is just a stupid husband and wife thing, we both have these Apple Watches.
Yes. Fancy.
Fancy.
Inspector Gadget watches.
You can talk like this and have a phone call, just like that. It's crazy.
That's
anyway,
wild.
That's besides the point. What's cool is if you do a workout, right? You do a workout on the watch.
Yeah.
I finish. Christine gets a notification. It says, Eric just finished a workout. And then it gives you these silly canned responses. Hey, pop and fizz. And then it will have an emoji of a champagne bottle or something. And you can
Fun.
send it to them and they'll get that notification, which is fun.
It is fun.
There's one that's really that she enjoys sending, and it's got nothing to do with anything. I'll finish a workout, and she'll send me, "I'm in a meeting. I'll call you later." And it's just an inside joke between us, and we laugh because it's funny.
Yes.
But that keeps running interesting to me.
Yes.
Well, cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
You need things like that. You do. You need to make it fresh, especially nowadays when there aren't a lot of races going on and people getting together in groups. It keeps it. Yeah. Keeps it real.
You got to keep it fresh these days.
Keep it fresh. Keep it fresh.
Because I don't know how long we're gonna be in this deal for.
Yeah, this whole social distancing thing and lack of races being canceled. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep it fun, people.
Keep it fun because you have to keep doing it.
You have to.
You got to stay healthy. You have to stay fit. You have to keep doing it. So yeah.
We cannot keep doing this.
We can't keep doing this today at this moment with the podcast, with the hodgepodge, but we can do it again next week too. So we'll have some more stuff to talk about.
We'll
so
wrap it up.
We have to wrap it up.
I gotta go to work.
I have to go run.
I wish I was you.
Yeah.
For many reasons, Ray.
Oh,
I mean, look at that beard.
This beard. This is my Run Forest Run beard. This is my neighbor called it the other day. I love your beard. She shouted across the street. I love your beard. Thank you. Is that a COVID beard? And I was like, I guess so. Yeah, it's a COVID beard. I hadn't heard that, but yeah, it makes sense. It's so like my rally beard. I'm not cutting this off until we win the championship or go down trying, right? Like the hockey players, the baseball
Right.
players, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to touch this thing anymore until like all of this stuff is resolved and
Right.
you know we're through it.
I don't get a beard. I just get patches.
You
So
should
I'm
just
not gonna
oh,
do that.
you know those
I don't
patches
know.
will connect at some point, right?
Yeah, like
You could do
15
a you
years
could do a
from
comb under or a comb over,
Ooh.
right? So people do their heads when they're losing their hair, but you could do that. Like
get it like down here and just
yes.
comb it up. All right, sweet.
All right, folks. Thank you for putting up with our hodgepodge banter, and we'll say adieu and farewell, and keep running.
Because it's good for you.
Yeah.